I hope all are doing safe and good. So today we are going to learn something new, which is related to accounts. After a long time, I'm covering related to a finance domain. So it's into FPNA. So people from whoever is interested in accounts background might have heard about this topic. Like it's into budgeting, forecasting, reporting tools, and it's also one of the field like how you have similar to O2C, P2P, R2R domain. So we'll just go get into this particular topic, and it's actually like the process where which will help you to the to accurately plan and forecast and budget the details, and in order to support the company's business and the financial health. So this is all about the financial planning and analysis. And apart from that, prior to a year, on 4th of Feb 2024, which is 1 year back, there was even a webinar held by Senthil Premraj, and I was part of that session. It was very much helpful. But the concern is most of the times when people are trying to give you a chance of webinar, there are very less number of people who are being part of that session, and preferably accounts people should join more and try to ask your queries. And unless and until if we have a set of minimum 30 to 50 people, even the session will be interactive. But if people are not interested to join any webinar free of cost, even the person who tries to conduct it will definitely not make it next time, because the person told about the budgeting and forecasting. Apart from that, the the basic how this FPNA tools works and lot of scenarios he had explained it, and so might be most of them would have missed this. And whenever we post something in LinkedIn, please do check it daily, so that you can try to join and give priority for these kind of sessions. So what is this FP&A roles and responsibilities? So it includes budgeting, forecasting, variance analysis, reporting, performance monitoring, and providing the insights to support a strategic decision making. So as I already told you, it's actually designed to help the companies where they can accurately plan, forecast, budget to support the company's major decisions and the future financial health. How do you approach the budgeting process? So we start by gathering the historical data, understanding the key business drivers, collaborating with the department heads, and building a flexible budget model that allows for a scenario planning. And one more thing I just wanted to tell you, like whenever you are part of a P2P background, please try to jump internally to O2C or R2R, and even in FPNA or any other master data management, or it might be anything, but not to stick on to one process in accounts, because accounts also has multiple departments under that. And coming to the budget, difference between budget and the forecast. Budget is a financial plan for a specific period. It's usually a year based on the strategic goals. And forecasting is a projection of future financial performance, often more frequently, so often updated more frequently, like it will be updated as and when and based on the current trends and the results. So budget is a financial plan for a year based on the goals, and forecast is something like often it has been updated more frequently in terms of like financial performance. And how do you conduct this variance analysis? So we identify the significant variance, investigate the underlying causes, and provide explanation and recommendations for the corrective actions. Compare budget. Then, what are the financial metrics which are most important to you? It depends on the business, but typically focus on focus on the revenue, gross margin, operating income, and the cash flow. And these metrics provide a overview of the company's financial health and performance. How do we use this Excel for? How do you use the Excel for financial modeling and analysis? It is used for building financial models, performing scenario analysis, creating pivot table for data analysis, and utilizing the advanced formula like VLOOKUP, index, and creating the charts for data visualization. And the next question, it is like describe the experience with the financial planning software like Hyperion or Anaplan. So, so can inform like I understand the importance of leveraging the technology to streamline the FPNA process and improve the accuracy. And if we don't have the direct experience, we can inform that we are a quick learner and eager to learn a new software. And how do you handle tight deadline and prioritize tasks? I prioritize based on urgency and importance, break down the large projects into smaller tasks, manage the time efficiently, and communicate proactively with the stakeholders to manage the expectation. These are the few questions which generally people ask in interview in terms of this FPNA. So each and every information is clearly mentioned here. I hope my screen is visible. And how do you communicate financial information to non-financial stakeholders? So financial information in a clear and concise manner using visuals and plain language, and focus on the key takeaways and explain the implications of the data of the business, data for the business. So let's go down and see if any other things which can be told. So in a different manner, we'll try to. So what are some of the challenges associated with budgeting and forecasting, and how you overcome them? It might be inaccurate assumptions, lack of data, changing market condition, and the IO and overcoming these challenges by using a robust data analysis, collaborating with the stakeholders, and continuously monitoring and updating the forecast. And how would you build the cash flow forecast? We have to start with beginning the cash balance, then the project cash inflows, like for example collections or sales, and cash outflows, which is expenses and investment, and then we can calculate the ending cash balance. How do you ensure the budget is aligned with the company's strategic goals? We would collaborate with the senior management to understand the company's priority and would develop a budget that allocates resources to support these priorities. And importance of understanding the company's key performance indicators KPI in the FPNA. So KPI provide a valuable insights into the company's performance and help to identify areas for the improvement. And we use this KPI to track the progress towards the goals, analyze the trends, and provide recommendation to the management. So what are the different types of forecasting method? Trend analysis, moving average, regression analysis, scenario planning, qualitative forecasting. So these are the different types of forecasting methods. So trend analysis is something like where we use the historical data to protect the future trends, and moving averages smooth out the fluctuation in data, and regression analysis it's we identify the relationship between variable, and qualitative forecasting it depends on the expert opinions and market research. So in case if you need this learning PDF, preferably if you are from FPNA background, please do let me know in the comment section, or you can contact me if you are aware about my details. So I will definitely share you. And here one more topic which they have covered is common types of financial reports. Monthly and quarterly financial packages like balance sheet or cash flow, variance analysis report, budget versus actual report, KPI dashboards, sales and revenue report, expense report. describe the difference between a rolling forecast and a strategic budget. What are the advantages of a low? So a static budget is something it's set for the fixed period and remains unchanged, and rolling budget is continuously updated, adding a new period. And when anyone, the HR or sorry, when the manager asks, "Do you have any questions?" So try to be like whatever any question you can ask rather than being idle, because that also matters a lot in terms of hiring. So there are certain parameters which will be considered where managers hire. So unless and until if you qualify for that, you will be able to get a positive news in the interview. So what are the biggest challenges which we are facing in the FPNA team, and what are the opportunities for the professional development in this role? And mostly when a manager round is conducted, they will initially inform their name. Apart from that, their experience. Apart from that, like they might also inform the process what which you are they are going to hire. So if these information are not being revealed, even though and asked some other details, do ask these questions, because whichever company when we are attending an interview, either prior or in the interview session, we need to know which team it is they are hiring. Because rather than going just for a, for example, if it is a team called, if it is into investment banking or something like commercial banking, so we need to know in what is the sub department which they are going to hire. How do you handle confidential financial information? So I understand the importance of confidentiality and follow the company's policies and procedure to protect the sensitive information. So most of the basic questions are mentioned in the initial, like in the dead end, and yeah. So coming to this, we have gone little bit about this FPNA. So let's go through one more document which I have for O2C accounts. So O2C accounts, it's also one of the most important uh, domain which people join, and like it has billing, it has dispute management, it has cash apps, and you can get to know about a lot of T codes, SAP T codes. And what does this O2C process means? It refers to the entire cycle from the order creation to collection of payment. It includes order management, invoicing, credit management, collections, and reporting. Before we go ahead for any interview, for example, if you are a fresher, so try to make sure that you are aware of all these basic, even though you might feel that they might not ask any questions, because each and every company, it depends. Some companies will ask only about the college projects or internship or college life or speak about a topic. Few firms, they might ask about the JD or what do you know about the company, and are you aware about the process which we are hiring. So be prepared on all these things. And so I'm repeating once again, O2C AR, accounts receivable, it refers to entire cycle from the order creation to the collection of payment, and it includes order management, invoicing, credit management, collections, and reporting. And what are the steps in this O2C field? Order entry will be there, credit management, order fulfillment, shipping, invoicing, AR, collections, and reporting. And why is this O2C important for any business? It's an important because it directly impacts the cash flow, customer satisfaction, and financial health, and it ensures the timely revenue realization. What is credit management? It involves checking and controlling the customer credit limits to minimize the risk of bad debt while maintaining the sales. And the difference between invoice and a sales order. So sales order is a document confirming a sale, while an invoice is a request for the payment of goods or the services which have been delivered. So we have this invoice processing mostly in P2P accounts, and also apart from that, we need to know what is this invoice. It is a request where for the payment of the goods. So you will be having a invoice copies. It can be either unpaid invoice or a paid invoice. Once you pay behalf of customer, or once the invoice is paid, you can generate a paid invoice statement. And how do you handle disputes in the O2C process? It should be managed by investigating issues and communicate investigation issue and communicating with the customer, resolving discrepancy and adjusting the invoices or orders as necessary. A credit analyst checks the credit worthiness of the customer, sets the credit limit, and monitors the credit risk throughout the process. And what does invoice generation means? It involves creating an invoice based on fulfilled order, including details such as customer information, product or services delivered, and the payment terms or quantities. So there are multiple companies which hire for this O2C. If you see, even Accenture is there, infosys, we have Koch Technology, ABB company, and Cargill. So Bayer is there, and there are multiple firms. So, but what I would recommend is try going with a referral, and preferably don't apply too many times in portal, because I got a scenario where one person tried applying back to back in portal even though the it's getting rejected. So max 3 to 4 times you can try to apply in portal, but not more than that. Try in a different way. Send your resume to the HR people, attend the interview, build rapport with the HR, try to find out how hiring gets in fingertips, contact the people who handle the hiring part. So there are multiple ways, but don't lose hope that there are no openings and no one is there to support. If no one is there to support, we have to make sure that we are getting the things from our end rather than delaying, because we are in a generation of 2025. So we can't tell that no one is there to support. And coming to the next topics, challenges in CFI. Challenges includes delays in order fulfillment, incorrect invoicing, dispute, late payments, and managing customer credit risk. And how do you make sure that the accuracy is there in invoicing? So we validate by the we will be validating the order details using the automated invoice system and regularly auditing the invoicing for errors. And dunning process is a systematic method of communicating with the customer to collect overdue payments, typically through a series of reminder letter or calls. And how do you manage collections in the O2C cycle? Collection management involves tracking outstanding receivables, prioritizing collection efforts, and working with the customers to ensure timely payments. And yeah, one more thing I wanted to discuss. So these kind of material, please share it to your lecturers in accounts so that they too can try to teach all these things apart from the regular syllabus, or some kind of material can be prepared in college, and whoever interested to learn additionally on corporate interviews or these things will definitely help them in their second or final year degree. So try to take a step, because unless and until we take a right decision and implement it with the at the necessary colleges, or if not, we can do it in even school also, not compulsion that even we should not do. So try as much as contacting the people who are teaching the current batch, so that they'll be aware, or share these kind of video links to them. They will get to know a lot of ideas, like how an interview is being held and what kind of work which is being held in corporate, because the theory part what we learn, or the balance sheet or profit and loss account, the same thing will not apply, because a BCom guy or a BBA might not compulsorily go in accounts. He might go in banking, he might go in tax, he might go in US mortgage. So anything matters a lot, where we can't depend. Even if there are no openings in such kind of fields, people can even go to a US healthcare, a US insurance, or even if a person is not able to, and at least he wants to enter a field, he can go to any customer support as well if he is good in communication and if there are no other openings available. But don't wait for too much of time, like delaying for a year or in like year and a half and then regretting. And doing a government job exams also, it should be side by side, not on full time basis. Okay, next let's continue to the topic. What are the tools or software that are commonly used in O2C? ERP systems like SAP or Oracle application, CRM system, accounts receivable management software. And DSO measures the average number of days it takes to collect the payment after a sale, and it's calculated as AR divided by total credit sales, accounts receivable, into number of days. How do you handle late payment from customers? By following up with the customer, negotiating payment plan if necessary, and escalating the issue if it is not resolved, if it remains unresolved. So this document also has a lot of information. If you're able to see here, everything the question wise it's been given here. Let's go to the last part. Here, if you see, they have mentioned I2C process. I think it's role of O2C or I2C. Okay, let's see if any other interesting topic. What is the role of collection strategy in reducing bad debt? Its collection strategies prioritize efforts, manage a resource efficiently, and improves overall collection rates and reducing the risk of bad debts. Apart from that, how do you handle a situation where the customer payment is delayed due to administrative issues on their end? We communicate with the customer to understand the issue, offer assistance if possible, and follow up regularly to ensure payment is made as soon as possible. So literally, it has a lot of info and given an overview about it because it's been a long time covering accounts related learning material. So people whoever from accounts background, if you want to add any more additional points where certain interview questions are asked, like contingent liability or any other particular questions like trial balance or profit and loss account, try to add any more suggestions if you are aware, so that people can check the comments and share your feedback on any of the learning material or videos which are uploaded, because especially the more there are certain set of people who read comments, so they will get to know. And in case if you are a manager or a team lead, you can also share your opinion about it, because sharing a feedback on the comment section, it definitely matters a lot to the person who uploads the video, and even the freshers who check these videos also will definitely help. So I hope this video, which I've covered for both O2C accounts as well as FPNA related information. And in case if you need these details, do let me know. I'll share it to your mail ID. And I need a title search learning material, which is into US mortgage. So if anyone has that learning material, do share it across, because I have mortgage underwriting material, but I need to explain about title search end to end. So if anyone mortgage domain people, please do share it across. And apart from that, if any other information, if you have any doubts, uh, do reach out to me in LinkedIn. I'll definitely try to help you out. So I hope this video is helpful and gives a clear clarity about accounts field. So I'll just come across with any other new scenario in the next video. And do subscribe this video and share it to your friends or well wishers, so that it will get beneficial for the other people. Thank you all for watching this video.